how convicted you are. How much do you want to help them get a rainbow? How passionate are you about the product? How enthusiastic are you about the product and wanting to get that in people's homes? All right, your commission is just a byproduct of that. If you'll get good at helping people get an awesome product and serving them and helping them, then in return you'll be rewarded financially. Okay? But I think a lot of times selling is an attitude. It is an attitude. When you go out to that home, you sit there thinking, oh man, I could be home watching the ball game tonight, eating a pizza, doing this or that. Or you're on the way out to that home, are you pumped up, are you excited, man? Are you passionate about going out there and trying to, and showing this product, showing this opportunity? You pumped up about that. Because I'm telling you, if you get your attitude right before you walk in those doors, have you ever gone into a home when you go, how long have I got here, Jay?
As long as you need.
Okay. When you go into a home, okay, and the guy comes up the door and you say, hey man, how you doing tonight? And you go to get your stuff to walk in, and he says, whoa, 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 what are you doing? And he tries to tell you right then he ain't going to buy nothing and you're not welcome in his home. You ever had that happen?
Oh yeah.
I've had that happen. Well, what are we going to do? Duck our tails and go, oh man, okay, I'll see you. Because our attitude on the way out there anyway, we were sitting there going, I really want to do this demonstration.
Right.
But what if on the way out there, we're motivating ourselves? We're listening to good positive music or good positive tapes, or we're singing songs to ourselves, or we're sitting there saying, man, I can't wait to show them this apple blossom. I can't wait for them to see it. I can't wait for this and this and this. And visualizing a positive response, and we get to that door and they say, wait a minute. And, oh no, I probably won't take but 20, 30 minutes. I'm trying to win this trip. I'll go just as fast as you can. Put your earplugs in. I promise you I'll go just as fast as I can, okay? And you just run on in there. See, your attitude, if your attitude's strong and healthy, that negativity won't stop you. But if it's weak and depressed, then you're going to duck your tail and walk home and come back to the office and tell for some reason why you couldn't get on that appointment. Okay, so selling is an attitude. When you go out to that home, believe that you're going to sell that machine. Have faith that you know, have enough faith in the product that you know if you do a good value-building demonstration, when you come down to the end, they're going to want that machine. I've been in this business 4 years. I've shown tons of rainbows. And I can count on one hand, probably, and I got 2 nubs here now. I can count on one hand how many people have told me how I wouldn't be interested, don't want one, wouldn't have one, whatnot. Right. People want the product and they need the product. Greg, why is someone going to buy something from you? Okay? Yeah, they like it, but they're going to buy from it because it's something that they need or something that they want. Well, guess what? Rainbow's both of them. They need it and they want it. All right? So we're just going to help them get it. But the closing that I like to do, I encourage you to take some notes on this right here. Okay? Because again, why do we want to close better? It's obvious. We want to make more money. See, in closing better, if you go out, and if I'm closing 7% and the average person is closing 35%, well, guess what? I'm making twice as a dealer. I'd be making twice as much money as they would be doing the same amount of work,
right,
doing the same amount of effort. So isn't it worth just a little bit of my time to practice this at home? These things I'm going to give you today, to practice them at home so that my closing will get better. So I can put any more effort. You know, 30 demonstrations, reaching those demo goals. Well, instead of selling 10 of them, let's start selling 15, 16, 17 of them. Why not? And I promise you, this is just a systematic way that you can do that. When you go out there, Jay and I were talking about service, when you go out into that home, okay, tell me your name again.
Matt.
Matt. All right, Matt, I'm coming out to your home, and say you're there with your wife, and you know I'm coming. You come home from a hard day of work, your wife hits you with this. Honey, you know, the vacuum salesman's coming. Man, and that's why we got these bologna sandwiches? Man, I want a lasagna tonight. Dad, burn that guy. All right, and you're already ticked off. Okay? Then you sit there and tell honey, well, I tell you, we're doing this to help Susie out, but we're not buying anything. She says, honey, Matt, we won't buy anything. I just want to help my friend out. You say, okay, we're not buying anything, right? Okay, so they have an agreement that they're not going to buy anything. Understand, it's nothing personal against you. They just haven't seen the product yet. Okay? So we understand this. You got to understand the psychology of selling. So when you go in that home and they don't want you to come in, don't take it personally. They just haven't seen the product yet. You know in an hour and a half, they're going to be begging you to buy it. Okay? So the psychology of the sale. So as we do a good value, again, these techniques I'm going to show you will not help a bit if we don't do a what?
Good demo.
Right, a good value building demo. The value of the product's here. When you start out, you're here. Okay? As you begin to show it and pull that dirt and show that air wash and the apple blossom and the shampooer and all these things, guess what the value of that product's doing? Once it meets right here, goes above it, guess what's going to happen? You're going to make a sale. Okay? So all the tech sitting there on that kit and asking them to buy over and over and over is not going to do any good if we do not do a good value building demonstration. All right? Again, a lot of you guys, Greg, I know Greg's been in this business a long time. He was playing pool the other night over there after the meetings. You've been in it for like 14 years?
Yeah, long as that.
So, you know, he's done a lot of air washes. Okay? Is Greg going to get excited about doing an air wash 5 times, 7, 8 times a week when he's done it for 14 years?
Probably not.
Okay? So what's he got to do? He's got to say, hey, this is the first time and last time this customer's ever going to see a rainbow demonstration. I got to go out there and get excited for them. Because this might be the last time they ever have a chance to buy this awesome product. So we go out there and we get excited for them. All right? So we do a good value building demonstration. And we have a good attitude. All right? I always say it's make a friend when you go in that home. Go in there and make a friend. Be polite. Be nice. I wear a shirt. Do I like being dressed like this? No, man. Man, I hate it. I really hate it. Dude, I'd like to be walking around in a pair of sweatpants and a t-shirt and up at the gym shooting some hoops. That's just me. Or in the weight room or doing something swimming. If not that, a pair of jeans on and a t-shirt. But I know when I go into home to sell a $1,600 product, I'm not going into home with a pair of jeans, Greg, and a t-shirt. Because I want them to take me seriously. I want them to take me seriously. And that's why I go into home with a shirt and tie and a jacket on. Because guess what they're expecting? The psychology again. They're expecting the guy to come with his jeans and his crack showing when he bends over, right? And for him to be rude and pushy. That's what they're expecting. But when I go in there and I'm polite, and I'm nice, and I'm friendly, okay? And I'm dressed nice, right? I always looked at it like this. A lot of times, like I said, I don't like wearing stuff. I'll never miss a sale because I got a shirt and tie on. I'll never miss one. I might every once in a while if I don't. I might not, but I might. So I don't even want to chance it.
Right.
I don't even want to chance it. I want to be sharp when I go into home. Again, we're professionals. Y'all get paid to do what you do. You're professionals. You're professionals at this. Let's don't be professional demonstrators. Let's be professional salespeople. All right, get passionate about what we do. Let's be the best at what we do and offering it to other people too. Okay? So again, we do all that. Now say we've done all that, we come down to the end. We all know, Matt, that every once in a while we did a great job. We know it. We were enthusiastic. We were positive. We were excited. But we came down to the end and they said we can't afford it. Right? And inside, what happens? What happens to your attitude? Right? You're like, oh, man. Okay? But what we have to understand is, sometimes I guess no doesn't really mean no. Maybe it means show me a little bit more. Show me just a little bit more, and Jeff, I'll go ahead and get the machine from you tonight. Work with my budget just a little bit, and I'll go ahead and get that machine from you tonight. Because my wife loves it, and after saying I like it too. So we got to work with our customers. Okay? Work with them. That's what I'm going to show you here, and if I can use this chalkboard here. What I do is I do the reverse close. Okay? In other words, if someone says no to you at the end, again, don't take it personal. Just keep inside. Just keep smiling. Stay positive. Because whether they buy one or not from me, well, we're buddies now. I done made a friend. Whether they get one or not, we're going to be buddies. Okay? I can't tell me rainbows I've sold, and the guy at the end told me I was just testing me. I want to see what your attitude was when I told you no. He was just testing me. I sold a lot of rainbows like that. I've asked for the order 5, 6, 7 times in a home, and the guy would tell me, I'll never forget this one guy. He said, Jeff, I'm going to tell you something. He shook my hand. He said, I really appreciate you. He said, most salesmen are so pushy. He said, if you'd have been pushy, I wouldn't have bought that from you. I asked for the order, Matt, 7 times. It's the way we do it. We just sit on that kid and keep asking and keep beating at him, keep beating at him. See, when someone says no, we have to give them more information for them to make a new decision. If we just keep beating at them, all it's going to do is make them angry. But if we back off and help them to make a new decision, then they can say yes and feel good about their yes. Okay? So how do we help them change their decision? Well, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to build more value. Okay? Build value. How do we build value? I did at the meetings last Saturday, or a couple Saturdays ago. The Rainbow Mate. That's a great way that you can build more value. See, again, they've said no, but they do like the machine. Okay? So we're going to build more value with them. Why are we going to build more value with them? What's that accomplish?
Makes them want it more.
Right. Yeah. Better deal. It gets them but the main thing, it gets them re-excited about the product.
Right.
When I show them that Rainbow Mate, and I had vacuumed on the furniture the whole demonstration, and I vacuumed, pulled dirt off that furniture and show it to them, that's just built a lot more value. That furniture is worth thousands of dollars. I just built more value, and they might have got re-excited about it. I'll never forget this one lady, went in her home. No, we're not going to get it. I wouldn't pay that much for a vacuum, da-da-da-da-da. Just did my steps that I always do. Again, these are systematic things. Went back, did my Rainbow Mate, showed her the test cloth. Before I could say a word, she went, That just came off our couch? Yes, ma'am, sure did. Honey, get the credit card. Now, man, if I wouldn't have done that one more step, guess what would have happened? This is what would have happened. You got to understand this. They wouldn't have bought a rainbow, Greg, and the Kirby guy would have come and knocked on their door 2 weeks later, and they would have spent over $2,000 on a bag system that works just like a dirt devil. Because I was not a professional salesperson, because I didn't do my job. Listen, when you walk in that home, they know at some point, Matt, you're going to ask for the order. All right? If you've done a good job and a good demonstration, you've earned the right to ask for the order. If you were polite and friendly, on time, 5 minutes early, you know, and all those things, and sharp and decent, you've earned the right to ask for that order. Okay, so we're going to build value. Another way you can build value, I like to use a squeegee sometimes. That's in my steps. You know, you can get a squeegee out, and you can come back and you can mop a little bit, put a little bit of water on the kitchen floor and the linoleum, rub it in, suck it up, and show them the dirty water. And you know, hey, that'll build more value. Okay, the next thing after we build the value is we want to work with their budget. Work with budget. Excuse me, don't write that. I'm sorry. I'm getting a little overexcited here. We're going to use logic. Okay? We're going to use some logic with them. A lot of times, the wife wants it. And I'm bouncing around here, so hang with me, okay? I'm just kind of bouncing back and forth with some stuff. But if you get one person on that couch, on that sofa, really wanting that machine, you got a really good chance of selling it. If you got one of them on your side, you got a really good chance of selling it. Okay? Let's say that wife really wants the rainbow, and the husband's sitting over here, and we know, man, he can afford it, but he don't want to get off his wall. Okay? Because he don't back him, he don't care. A lot of husbands are like that. Now, if we were talking about some hunting equipment, if we were talking about maybe his John Deere lawnmower that he spent $6,000 on, if we were talking about some of these things, that's something he could get excited about. So using some logic might be like this. You know, Matt, if we were sitting here tonight and we were talking about, and I just did the rainbow mate, and we were sitting here tonight and we were talking about that, you know, maybe getting you some new fishing equipment or some new hunting, new rifle or something. We talked all night, didn't we? Oh yeah. Because it's something you and I would use, and it's something we get excited about. Well, tonight we're not doing that. Tonight we're talking about something your wife's going to be using. That's something that's going to make her life a whole lot easier. Now, what's that do to him? It's just some logic that makes him realize, hey, that's true. You know, if it was something I was going to be using, I'd be a little more excited about it. It is a good product. She wants it. Let her go ahead and get it. You know, he's sitting out there with a $6,000 John Deere, and if he never mowed the grass, Greg, is it going to cost him any money? No. He's going to get a phone call from his neighbors in the middle of the summer, but it ain't going to cost him any money. But if she doesn't get the dirt out of the home, how much money is that going to cost her family? It's going to cost them a lot, isn't it? So, you know, that's how we use logic. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to work with their budget. Work with customers' budget. Can't tell you how many rainbows I've sold. When I come off that kit, they can't afford it. That's their objection. Okay, they come off that kit, I back up, I isolate, I'll teach you all that here in just a second, but I come back, I isolate it, that's the only reason they're not going to get it. I come back, do the rainbow mate to build value, use a little logic with them, and then show them a 90-day deferred because they're budget people. So I don't have to pay anything for 3 months? That's right. What's your address here? Man, we can do that, honey. And write it up right there. Just because I did that one extra step. Okay? That one extra step. Does that make sense to y'all? Does that make sense? Okay? 90 days same as cash. The guy might be a cash guy. Well, he might be cash, but you know, Christmas just got over. He can't write a check for it right now. All right, but in 3 months he could. So I'm going to show him, after I do the rainbow mate, use some logic, I'm going to show him 90 days same as cash. I asked the question, well, if you got it, how would you use it as cash? So I know how he's going to get it. I show him 90 days same as cash. So you're telling me, yeah, that's exactly what I'm telling you. What's your address here? And write the thing up. Will it work every time? No. But will it raise your closing percentage 10 to 20%? Yes, it will. And that's what we're after here. Think about it, man. I don't know what kind of commission you make, but if you do 10 demonstrations now and you sell 3 or 2, what if you started selling 5? I've heard this said before. I heard that if you did 10 demonstrations, 2 of them anybody sell, 2 of them nobody sell, so that leaves 6. What are you going to be? You going to be wanting to close half of those or miss all of them? Okay, so we're going to use these techniques to help with that. All right, then one other thing I want to show you real quick. We work with their budget, and then we'll get into some things here, some visualizations. But the ABCs of closing. Let me put this down here. Okay, the A stands for agree. When the customer says, well, I just can't afford it right now because, you know, I got school coming back and the kids got to buy clothes. I'm not going to sit here on the kit and say, tell me that. Jamie. Okay. Larry. Jamie, Larry. I'm not going to sit here and go, now Jamie, come on, you don't really mean that. You can afford it, can't you? Come on, Larry, right? Look at Larry over there. Man, come on. You want to get it, don't you? You want to get it, don't you? Now, I'm not going to do that. What's that going to do? That's going to tick him off. All right, we don't, that's being pushy. Okay, so we don't want to do that. So we want to agree with him. The way it would look, and you'll see it here more once we go through them more fluently here, but it will be like this. So you feel like you just can't afford it, Jamie?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I guess if I felt that way, I wouldn't get one either today. Let me go and get some of my stuff up. Appreciate y'all's time today. I'm going to back off. That's the B. Back off. I agree with what he said, then I back off. Okay? I'm backing off. Man, most people are sitting there thinking, man, he's just going to keep pounding me for this sale. We're doing the opposite of what they expect. I'm going to back off. Okay? And give them, let them just breathe a little bit. All right? When I back off, you know, I might say something. So you really like that rainbow, huh, Larry? Yeah. Okay. I'm just kind of doing my thing. Now the next thing I'm going to do after I back off is I'm going to confirm, or you can put isolate. Can y'all see this down here?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to isolate. Well, why is it important to isolate?
Because you want that to be the one and only objection
Right.
that they have.
That's good. If I overcome, Larry, if I overcome their objection, guess what's going to happen?
Got to buy or lie.
Right. We got to sell. But if I don't isolate it and say, if other than the fact you feel like you can't afford it right now, Jamie, is there any other reason you wouldn't go ahead and help Larry get the rainbow today? So that'd be the only thing. Okay. If I don't do that right there, and I come back and I build value, I use logic, and I work with their budget, what's going to happen?
Give me another excuse.
It's going to be another objection. Man, he's going to sit there and tell me, well, I don't make quick decisions. And by the way, let me just throw this in here as a little side item. There's 4 objections you'll ever get. You can count on it. These are the only 4 objections you will ever get in your rainbow career. They'll all fall in these categories. Number 1 is can't afford it. Can't afford it. Number 2, are y'all hanging with me here? Because I know I'm bouncing around.
Yeah.
I'm getting excited. I'm just bouncing back and forth. But, all right, so I can't afford it. The second one is too much to spend on vacuum. My spelling ain't too good. That's right. Too much for vacuum. Okay. Number 3 is, you ever heard I got to think about it? Okay, don't make quick decisions or got to think about it. Same thing. Think about it. And that's the same as don't make quick decisions. Okay? And then number 4 is too much invested in my vacuum. Those are the only 4 objections you'll ever get. They'll all fall into one of those categories. Someone who tells, you know, somebody might have bought a Kirby. Here you go. Now, that doesn't mean we won't ever sell those. I've got 2 Kirby sitting in my office right now, G6s, that are less than a year old, and they're still paying on them. Okay? They'll still, you know, buy them, but, you know, that's an objection. Both those Kirby's that are sitting in my office, that was their objection. And we had to overcome to get the sale. Okay? Too much invested in my vacuum, I got to think about it. Too much for a vacuum, and can't afford it. Those are the 4 objections you'll ever get. That's it. So all we got to do, Matt, is know this. So when we back off, we're going to find out what their objection is. We're going to isolate it. Because we don't isolate, he'll jump from can't afford it. And I've done this. I've made the mistake of forgetting to isolate. Forget my steps sometimes, and I won't isolate, and I overcome it, and he says, well, I got to think about it. I'm like, oh man, I forgot to isolate. You know, I done messed up here. And then it's the one that he'll bounce around. Okay? If we isolate him, see, we're taking him from like here, and each step we're bringing him closer to the sale. Okay? Man, I've had husbands before, you isolate them and you narrow them down, you keep narrowing them down, and they're just trying to be nice and get you out of the home because they don't want to spend any money. Their wife really wants it. And I promise you this, on more than one occasion, Greg, I've had wives see that their husband was just trying to get rid of it. He really wasn't ever going to get her one. He's just trying to get rid of it. And he's trying to do it in a way to look good in her eyes. Okay? And she saw through that and said, look, if you ain't going to buy it for me, I'm getting it. I'm buying it. I'll spend my own money on it. Great, what's your address here? Write it up.
Yeah,
Okay?
I've done that.
I've had that happen.
Yeah.
I've had that happen. Okay? All right, so those are the only 4 objections. We're going to handle each one of those for you today. All right? And closes that you can use. But you got to always remember, as we go through this, you'll see this. I'm going to agree when you give me an objection. Jamie, I'm going to agree with you. I'm going to back off the kit and come back. And now I'm going to isolate him. Other than the fact, how do you isolate? You ask this question. Other than the fact, Matt, you feel like you can't afford it, is there any other reason you want to go ahead and get a rainbow today? That's the only thing. I want to make sure that's the only thing. You see that? You got that? Jamie? Other than the fact you feel like you can't afford it. If they say they want to think about it, okay, I'm going to ask them. I'm going to say, when you, I do this. So, Matt, when you say you want to think about it, what is it you want to think about? Something about the price, something about the product, something about me? What would it be? Just the price? Okay. So we can narrow it down. You gotta, a lot of times we don't make the sale because we don't pull out the real objection. Sometimes they'll just put on like some, you know, camouflage. You gotta pull out, if you pull out that real objection and you deal with it and you overcome it, you're gonna make a sale. Okay? Now, I promise y'all, if y'all learn this, if you'll practice this, if you will practice these techniques, your closing percentage will go up at least 10%. It will. Over a month's time, it will go up 10%, if not more. So you got to get excited about it. All right, so let's go. Y'all want to see some closes? Y'all want to see a few? Okay. Let's do that. Can we put some water in this? It's going to be, when I'm done, I've done my summary. There's 3 ways to get this product, and I'm finished. I'm going to say, excuse me. Sorry about that. Okay. What I'm going to say is, I'm going to get my stuff up. While I do, let me get you to decide a couple things. Okay. Now I'm asking 3 questions. First of all, do you want to get rid of this condition? Second, although if you had the rainbow, would you use it? Jamie, she'd use it. Would you help her get one? And you see, I'm putting my hands up because I don't want them to respond right here. Okay. It's a natural tendency. If somebody does that to you, it makes you want to, right? So it's just little things that make a big difference. In life, you'll find that in your life. It's the little things that make a big difference. Okay. So if I say this, Lola, if you had it, would you use it? Jamie, she'd use it. Would you ever get one? We all decide down and get my stuff up. Okay. All right. Then we back off, and then we're going to ask him, the husband, what he liked best. Now, Matt, we're going to ask the husband first because the wife, I don't know, it might not be the case, but in some cases the wife ain't going to say anything because he told her not to get one. So what'd you like best about it, she might be scared to say. But if I ask him and he tells me, then she'll think it's okay for her to tell me too. Okay? So we're always going to ask the husband first what he liked best about it. So when I'm back here, usually what I'm doing when I ask, I'm going to stay busy so it's just nonchalant. I'm not just, man, what'd you like best, okay? I'm just getting my stuff up and taking my time. So I back off, get this. So Jamie, what'd you like best about the rainbow?
The way it pulls the dirt out of the air.
The way it pulled the dirt out of the air? Okay, now right here, no matter what he says, I'm gonna make him feel good about his response. Okay? So I'm gonna confirm that in him. By repeating what he said. Or that a lot of people like it. Maybe their friends bought one. You know, or I might say this, you know, Jamie, over 60% of our customers say the exact same thing that you're saying. They just like the fact that water's trapping that dust and dirt instead of blowing off. It makes sense, doesn't it? Okay. Lola, what'd you like best about the rainbow?
I like the fact that it gets all the dirt up out of the carpet.
The fact that it gets that dirt out. Now, I'm going to make her feel good about this and reconfirm it. You know, Lola, I find a lot of ladies say that. Why do I say that right there? It makes her feel good about that. It makes her feel good about her answer. Okay? You know, Lola, I find a lot of ladies say that. Because when you think about it, if you're going to put all that effort into housework, you want to know you're getting results, don't you? So that just makes sense. Then I'm going to come back and we're going to ask for the order. Okay? So that's called the reverse close. I'm not just going to sit on the kit now and ask for the order. I'm going to back off, ask him what he liked best, what she liked best, and then come back. Lola, I know if you had to use it. Jamie, all I need to know is would you help her get it, which way it's going to work best.
So that's your initial close.
That's my initial close. Okay? Again, we're into steps. I guess I should have wrote the thing out for you. But then we're going to get into our steps. Now, if they don't ask to see the budget planner right there or anything, I'm going to back off. If I can't afford it, and that's the only thing, I'm going to come back and show the budget plan. This is what a lot of people do. Now, once I've shown the budget plan, and they still hadn't ordered, after I agree with them and back off, I'm going to take the water outside and dump it. Can't tell you how many times I've done that in my steps. And I go outside and dump the water. And I come back, and at the door, I can hear her saying, honey, I really want this thing. She wasn't going to say that with me sitting there. But when I walked outside, she felt comfortable telling him that. And he was like, well, if you want it, go ahead and get it. Because see, before I got there, we're not buying anything. Now it's, well, if you want to go ahead and get it. So I come back in, you think I'm excited, Matt? I know I'm going to sell that thing. Okay? So after we show the budget plan, if they don't buy right then, we're going to take the water out and dump it. Because I'm going to put some fresh water in there to do my rainbow name. These are just steps, all right? It's systematic again. It's nothing magical. It's systematic. You can all do this.
So you don't show them the payment plan at first?
No. I don't.
How come?
I don't.
What?
That's just how I've always been taught to do it. When I first got in the business, that's always worked for me. You know.
So
in fact, if you want to show that to them before you back off, you could.
So you say, I want you to think about a couple things for me. And that is, how soon would you want to start getting this dirt out of your home? And Lola, if you had it, would you use it? And Jamie, if she'd use it, would you help her get it? While y'all decide that, I'm gonna be getting some stuff cleaned up. And he backs off and he starts wrapping up or folding up his bag, and he says, "What do you like best about it, Jamie?" And then he, right? Then what do you like best about it, Lola? And then he comes back, sits down with him, and says, "Well."
I'd come back and I'd sit down my book. And again, we'll start from the beginning here in just a second. But I'd come back, sit down my book, and take my pen. Lola, I kind of asked you a silly question. Again, I'm smiling, I'm friendly, I'm warm with them. I want them to be comfortable. Listen, an assumptive attitude, Larry, will make it easy for your customers to buy. And I'm going to tell you something. People buy from people they like. I don't care how good this product is, and it is. If any product could ever sell itself, it's the Rainbow. Okay? But I don't care how good this product is. If you went there and you were rude, you were 10 minutes late, you were ugly, I don't care how much you close, you're not going to sell it. Okay? But we've done, again, we're assuming we've done all the little things, Larry. We've done all the little, we've been professional. We're passionate about being the best we can be at our profession and doing the best job we can do for this customer. And we've done all those things. And having done that, then we're going to get into our steps and close this thing out. Okay? So then right here I'd come back. So Jamie, I guess all I need to know is, would you help her get it? Which way is going to work best for you? Cash, check, major credit card, or easy budget plan?
Or the payment plan.
Okay. You know, that's the way a lot of people get to Rainbow. If their friends had bought one, you know, if Larry had bought one and Greg, I'd say, you know, that's the way Larry got his. The way it works, you do $53.95 down. You can do 12 months at $151, 24 at $82, and the 36, it's only $59. Now, the way y'all do it here, you know, or you could do $103 down. It's $146 a month for 12 months, $79 for 24, or $57 for 36. But again, Jamie, I think the main thing is, Lola, if you had that Rainbow, you'd use it, wouldn't you? Okay, so no one should use it. Which way is going to work best for you? The 12, 24, or 36?
36.
Great. That's the way a lot of our customers do it. I got my clipboard. I flip it out of my sales book right there. I flip it out. Great. What's your address here? Okay. Now I'm going to show you another little technique here. Again, little things make a big difference. When I ask for the order, I'm not sitting here doing this. Again, look at that. If I do that, so you want to do the 12, 24, 36, Jamie? How does that make you feel? Right there, Jamie. How does that make you feel?
Put you on the spot.
Did it make you feel uncomfortable? Sure. But now, Jamie, if I do this, Jamie, I guess the main thing is this. Well, if you had, you'd use it, wouldn't you? And knowing that, Jamie, which way would work best for you? The 12, 24, or 36?
36.
Does that make you feel better right there? Why? Because I'm looking down. I'm not looking in the eyes. I'm looking down. Don't look them in the eyes. It makes them feel pressured. If you will look down when you ask for the order. When I go to ask for the address, when I get my sales book, it should already be out. I got a little clipboard, which I do mine on. Jay, you got a sales book? Or?
You mean like a
Print it out.
credit app?
Well, I just do the sales book, but you can do, if y'all do the credit app, do the credit app. But I have a big clipboard behind it. I got my 14-day special thing.
Okay.
I flip it out and I do this right here. When he says he can do the 36, I flip it out and say, great, what's your address here? Again, I look down. I got my pen on my line ready to write. Okay? I'm not looking up where, what's your address, Jamie? Can I get that, man? What is it? No? Okay, great. What's your address here, Jamie?
222.
All right. And I've said, and what's going to happen? He's either going to give you the address or he's going to give you the objection.
Right.
If he gives me the address, I'm going to put my pen down to write it. Jamie, welcome to the Rainbow family. I really appreciate your business. Lola, you ought to give him a big old hug. All right? Again, we're confirming them. Listen, if you're confident, Matt, if you're not home and you're confident, you think they're going to be more comfortable doing business with you? But if you say the 36 and I go like this, I go, so you want to do the 36? How's that make you feel, man? Wait, did I make the right decision? Oh, no! Man, no, we're not going to get one. If I did it, I'd do the 36. Okay? That makes him uncomfortable. If it's no big deal, everybody gets one every day. It's not a big deal. Okay? Have you ever gone a few in a row? And this is just a little side here, but have you ever gone a few in a row, Matt, and you missed maybe 5 in a row? And you go out there thinking, man, what's their objection going to be tonight? It's attitude. This is an attitude business. Man, listen. Keep a good attitude. Anybody can have a bad week. I don't care what kind of work you're in. The great thing about the Rainbow business is the next week it could be better than any week you've ever had in your life. If you're working at the factory, the next week's the next week. It's probably going to be bad too. Okay? And in Rainbow, you got a chance that next week to start all over and make it the best week you've ever made it. Okay? So what if I miss 5 in a row? Don't get cold-cocked, guys and gals. Don't get cold-cocked by life. Because there's a lot of people who have been cold-cocked right out of this business. Because their attitude went down in the dumps. Man, keep a good, positive, enthusiasm. Man, who cares if we miss 5 in a row? Who cares? I'm probably going to get the next 5 in a row. But we have a tendency to do this, although if we miss 5 in a row, we have a tendency to start overselling. We'll begin to oversell. We'll begin to, you know, in our demo, say too much. In closing, we'll be shaking when we ask for the order, and they say 36. So you want to do 36? Okay? And we'll be like, no. All right? Okay? But if we're confident, every time we go out there, we're confident, we believe in our product, we believe we want to sell it, Larry. When they say 36, we're going to say, great, that's the way a lot of our customers do it. What's your address here? And positive and fluent, and go with it. Why do I say great? That's the way a lot of customers do it.
Everybody wants to be like everybody else.
Right, made the right decision, man. He feels good about his decision. I'm reconfirming his decision. Hey, that's the way a lot of our customers do it. What's your address here? And again, I make him feel good about getting her the rainbow. Hey, welcome to her. Shake their hands. It's a done deal. We shake their hand. Hey, welcome to the rainbow. I really appreciate your business. And mean it. Mean it. Really, really. Hey, listen, people, your customers make you in this business. Don't ever forget it. That's right. They make you, man. And be appreciative of them. Take care of them. You take care of your customers, I'm going to tell you what, you're going to have a good selling career in Rainbow. And when I say to Lola, I shake her hand, I say, you ought to give him a big old hug. And smile. That makes him feel good about what he just did. Because maybe he wasn't wanting to spend the money. But now he feels good about it. Okay? Does that make sense? Those are little things. I'm trying to hit at some little things there to help you. I hope you write this stuff down. But now I'm going to start here. We've done our summary book. I'm going to ask for the order. And let's do a can't afford. Okay? And you can carry me out as far as you want to carry me out. And you'll see some different closes. Okay, I'm going to show you some different clothes, maybe a refrigerator close, maybe some different things, but you carry them out as far as you want till you want to get it.
Before you get that, Jeff, what percentage do you sell when you ask for the order initially?
Okay, that's a good question. Boy, it's a tough job, ain't it? You go out there, you do your demonstration, which way you want to get it, I'll just write you a check. Or I'll put it on my credit card, or what's the budget plan? Great, that's the way a lot of customers, when you show, well, I'll just do the 12 month. Boy, it's a jungle out there, but somebody's got to do it, right? Well, I probably, to answer your question, probably half of mine, probably 35 to 40% are like that. Okay? If I do 10 demonstrations, probably 3 or 4 like that. Now to get up to 7 out of 10, I got to do some of these closing techniques. All right? Again, let me just share something else here on the side. And again, I apologize for bouncing around. It's not as structured as maybe it should have been, but when I'm in that home, a lot of times I'm just a mediator. You remember the meeting Saturday where the guy sat between them?
Yeah.
You know, now, I'm not saying actually get up there and sit, but it works for him. Now I could sit, and it was fun, and I had a good time watching it. But I'm not saying getting there and sit between them, but in a sense, that's what I was telling the guy afterwards, he was mediating. You're a mediator between the two parties, because again, they said they weren't going to buy one. But now we know they want it. Now we know they want to get it. So we just got to work with them. You know, I think that Saturday, the wife said, the husband said, you know, John said to Kim, said, well, if you want to get it, you know, that's up to her. So what did I do? I said, John, let me ask you this. At this point, Larry, I'm mediating between the two of them. Jamie, if Lola wants to go ahead and get that rainbow tonight, would you give your blessings on it? I mean, you wouldn't fuss at her or nothing like that, would you, Jamie?
Not while you're there.
No, I'm serious. You wouldn't mind, would you? Lola, I know a lot of husbands that would love to be, a lot of ladies that would love to be in your shoes. Because a lot of husbands really don't care. But obviously, Jamie in that way. I'm making him feel good too here, okay? But I know if you had to, you'd use it, wouldn't you? So you want to do the 12, 24, 36, or I can just go ahead and write it up right there. She says, sure, great. Which address here? He told her it was okay. So now she's, he says it's okay now. Go ahead and get it. I like it. We're mediating.
This only happened once, but I didn't know how to handle it whenever it happened. He told the wife that it was all right to get it.
Yep.
And then she said she really wanted it and everything. And I come down to that, and then she give me this. She said, well, I just don't know what people would think about me making payments on a vacuum cleaner. I mean, honestly, I mean, you know, I thought it was comical, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, actually, I knew the couple. Yeah. But the thing about it was, I mean, she didn't object to the price, she didn't object to the payment, she didn't object to anything. And even though I went through the steps that you're talking about, that every
credit card, easy budget plan. With the easy budget plan simply says we can work out. Anybody wants a rainbow, we can help get one at any time. And I am finally finished. If y'all don't mind, I'm gonna loosen up my tie, okay? All right. I tell you what, I'm gonna go ahead and get my stuff up. And why I do, if I get you just decide a couple things for me. First of all, y'all want to get rid of this condition here in your home. Secondly, Lola, if you had a rainbow, would you use it? And Jamie, if you knew she'd use it, would you ever get one? We all decide that I'm getting stuff up, okay? So Jamie, what do you like best about the rainbow?
The way it filters air, comes the dirt out.
The way it gets the dirt out of the air. Jamie, I find out a lot of customers say the same thing you're saying. Because you feel like you know you want to breathe clean air, don't you? Just makes sense, trapping that dust in that water. Yeah. What'd you like best, Lola? Of everything you saw?
I think I like the shampoo the best.
Do you like that shampooer? Well, getting that spot out really does make a difference. And instead of going down and renting stuff and all that, just being able to get in your closet and pull that out, boy, it really does make it nice, doesn't it? Well, Lola, I kind of asked you a silly question. I asked you if you had a rainbow, would you use it? I know you'd use it, wouldn't you? And knowing she'd use it, Jamie, all he knows, would you help her get it? Which way's going to work best? Cash, check, major credit card, or use budget plan?
We'd love to have one. It's just a bad time right now. I don't think we can afford one.
See, it's just a bad time right now? Okay. Well, I guess if I felt like that, I wouldn't get one tonight either, you know? Let me go ahead and get this stuff up here. I appreciate y'all's time tonight, I really do. Let me get this up here. All right. So, Lola, you really like that rainbow, huh?
I sure do. It's wonderful.
See, it's wonderful. I guess, Jamie, you can see why Scott got one now, can't you?
Yeah, they're nice.
They are, aren't they? Well, let me ask you this, Jamie. Other than the fact it's just not a good time, you feel like you can't afford it right now, is there any other reason you wouldn't go ahead and get the rainbow tonight? Help Lola?
No, probably not. If it's a few months down the road and everything's straightened out, it'd probably be.
Right.
We'll get one then.
So that'd be the only thing then?
Yeah.
That'd be the only thing? Okay. All right. Well, Jamie, I tell you, I've run into this situation before, so let me just show you what I'd recommend. This is what a lot of people do in your situation. The easy budget plan, you can do $53.95 today. All right, and then starting next month, you can pick up at 12 months at $151, 24 at $82, or the 36, it's only $59 a month. If you want to do $103 down today, start next month, you can do 12 months at $146, 24 at $79, or 36 at only $57. But Jamie, I guess the main thing is, Lo, if you had that rainbow, you'd use it, wouldn't you? And I know when she'd use it, which way would work best for you, Jamie? The 12, 24, or 36?
Well, if we got one, it'd probably be the 36. So it'd be probably March or April. We got some bills we need to pay off. That's kind of the thing.
Okay.
After
All right.
Christmas and all.
Yeah.
Kind of
Yeah. Did y'all have a good Christmas?
Yeah.
Did you? Okay.
Still paying for it too.
Are you, Jamie?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Jamie. Well, I guess if I put that way, I'd wait too. Let me go ahead and dump this water. I'll be right back. Now, you see my steps? These are all steps, Larry. I'm dumping my water out after I showed the budget plan. They didn't get it. I'm going to go outside, and I'm going to dump it, and I'm going to come back in. Jamie, can you use your sink?
Yeah.
Okay. Put just a little bit of water in, about that much. Just a little bit. Bring it back in here. Okay. All right. Did y'all go out of town for Christmas? Again, I'm going to do some small talk. I'm not going to talk about Rainbow. Did y'all go out for Christmas? Did y'all go out of town? Or?
No, all the family come here.
Oh, did they?
Why the house looks bad.
How many did y'all have over? Oh,
About
yeah.
12.
12 people? Boy, Lola, I bet you then I had to do a lot of cleaning and all, didn't you?
A lot of cooking and
A lot of, man. That's all right. Sounds like y'all got a big family. So, Jamie, you feel like if this was just, again, these are all basic questions that I'd ask every time. I'm going to ask him when, sorry, when he'd get it, how he'd get it, and who he'd get it from. When, how, who. Okay? This is when, how, and who. I'm asking him, watch how I do it. When, I'm asking him how, and from who he's going to get it from, as I'm putting together my rainbow name. Well, Jamie, let me ask you this. You feel like, again, you mentioned earlier, so you feel like this was around, I don't know, 2 or 3 months from now, March or April, something like that, you probably go ahead and get Laura Rainbow then.
Yeah, it's probably a better time.
Okay. And when you get low, that's, again, I'm assuming he's getting one the whole time. Not if you do. I'm assuming he's getting it. So, Jamie, when you get low her rainbow in a few months, how would you handle that? Would you write a check for it, put it on a credit card, easy budget plan? How do you handle stuff like that?
We'd probably go with that budget plan.
The budget plan. Now, why did I ask that question, Larry? Because I'm going to show him a 90-day deferred. If he said cash, I'm going to show him a 9-day same as cash. Okay? I want to know how I can help him with this budget. Why am I going to show him a 9-day same as cash if he's a budget guy? That ain't going to help him. Okay? All right, so you just do the budget plan?
Yeah.
Okay, that's the way a lot of people do it. All right. When you get it, you going to get it from me?
Yeah, definitely.
James, should I come out here and do all this?
Yeah.
All right, thanks, man. I'll tell my wife you said that, okay? All right. Well, real quick, before I pack up and go, I want to show you this one last attachment. Jamie, when you get or load her rainbow, again, when you get it, I'm assuming he's getting it. When you get it 2 or 3 months from now, you might want to look at fitting this in with it. It does sell separately. It's called a Rainbow Mate. It sells for $100 separately. But it's like a little power nozzle. See these brushes on there? Yeah, you can use this on that nice truck you got out there, Jamie. I saw that when I came in. You can use this on your bed mattress, your furnishings, all that. But I'm doing a little spot right over here on your furnishings. Okay, you got a second hand to watch here, Jamie? Yeah. Okay, when I say go, tell me for 5 seconds. You ready? Go. All right. That's 5 seconds. All right. You know, Jamie, I can definitely understand what you're saying. You know, because I'm just getting over Christmas myself. But you know, I feel like one of the biggest reasons the rainbow would be such a good investment for your family is the fact that it is going to save you money in the long run. Because when you think about it, if you took all these furnishings in this one room and put them on one side of the scale and the price of that rainbow on the other, Jamie, which would outweigh which in price?
This furniture is pretty expensive.
Eddie, you got some nice stuff in here. But if you can see here, in 5 seconds, look what's coming up off your furnishings. Now that's discouraging, ain't it, Jamie?
Yeah.
And Lola feels like she's putting all this effort in, but she's just not getting the results she wants to get. Let me show you what I would recommend for you. This is when I bring out my pad, or I actually got it in my book now written out. The 90-day deferred is in here written out. Okay, I don't know if you can flip them over, Jay. Let me show you what I'd recommend for you. This is what a lot of customers do right here. What you can do is you can do, we're in January right now, so in February you wouldn't invest anything. In March you wouldn't invest anything. And then in April you can pick up when you're going to get a rainbow anyway. What we could do is in February you wouldn't invest anything. In March you wouldn't invest anything. And then in April you're going to get a rainbow anyway. You can pick up at 22 months at $93 a month, or 34, it's only $66 a month. Of course though, Jamie, you are saving the $430 tonight. Of course Lola could go ahead and start using that rainbow. If you had, you'd use it, wouldn't you? Look at that smile on her face, Jamie. Jamie, which way's going to work best for you, the 22 or the 34?
Probably 34.
Great, that's the way a lot of our customers do it. What's your address here, Jamie? Of course I'd get my pad out. What's your address here?
222.
222. All right, Jamie, welcome to the Rainbow family. I really appreciate your business. Lola, you ought to give him a big old hug. All right, and we close it out. He wanted to get it, he just couldn't get it right now. So we're going to show him a 90-day deferred. Now, you know, in my book, what I have is a budget plan. I can flip it over. I got a 90-day same as cash. I can flip it over again. I got a 90-day deferred. Makes it easy for new dealers and things like that instead of having to use a notepad like I do to write it down. Okay? So you just show him the 90-day deferred. If he's a budget guy, if he's a cash guy, flip right over 90-day same as cash. Show him where he, next month he pays this, next month then cash the third month. Okay? Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
That's called a SOFA close. Now, if you want to give it a name, it's called a SOFA close. Think about it. It's logic. What did I do? I agreed, I backed off, I isolated, I asked when, how, and who. Then I built value with the Rainbow Mate. I used some logic with him. No, you got to make their objection the reason they got to get it. And don't ever forget this, a sale's made in every home. They're either going to sell you and why they can't buy it, or you're going to sell them and why they have to have it. If somebody itches bad enough, what are they going to do? They're going to scratch. Okay? So, build value, use logic. I worked with his budget. When I asked when, how, and who, I found out he was a budget guy. I found out he'd buy it in 2 or 3 months, so I'm thinking 9-day deferred, well, I'm excited. I asked how he'd get it, he said budget plan. So I know I'm going to show him a 90-day deferred to work with his budget. And I asked who you going to get it from. You're going to get it from me, ain't you? Boy, yeah, I'll tell my wife you said that. Get some laughing. Okay? He's having fun, they're more in a mood to buy. Keep it light. Alright, and then I built value, use logic by doing the SOFA close. Alright? If you think about it, if you put all your furnishings in this room, just in this one room, this side of the scale, the price of rainbow on this side, which would outweigh which in price? I'm going to ask Jamie that, because he's the one with the objection. Which would outweigh the furniture? Then I open that up and show that mess to him. Think about it, man. And you can see where that's just tearing up your furnishings. That's logical with it. Then I worked with his budget, right? And after I did it, I just wrote it up. Any questions on that? I've sold so many rainbows, Larry, on a SOFA close. Because I did one more step and worked with their budget and did these things. You see how it's systematic, man. Anybody can learn this and increase their closing percentage by 10 to 20%.
Now you sometimes do the squeegee there too.
No, right there, the squeegee is on in my steps. Now, if he wouldn't have bought right there and carried me out, okay? Let me share this with you. Let me take a step back. If you can get new people, and of course y'all aren't new, but if you can get somebody to get to that step right there before they have to call the office, that's going to help you so much, okay? Now, the step further, if he didn't buy right there, I'm going to be like, oh, okay. I'm going to back off. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to load this up and let her vacuum in that little bit of water I got there, about that much. And I'm going to put that in and I'm going to hook it up and let her vacuum on her sofa. Then I'm going to have him vacuum on it, so that transfer of ownership. They see themselves using it again, having it. It's theirs. Okay? And they're using it. I see all this. And they see it. And I get them really excited about it. Then I pop it off and shine that water and show all that dirt that came off their couch. All right? And then I'm going to show them right there how they can get this attachment for 2 demos and the shampooer for 4. So if they give me 4 demos and 2 instant sets, I can get both of them for 4 demos. Right there, I'm going to show them that, and then go ask him which way he wants to do it again. Again, I built more value. How you can get something else at no charge by getting a few people to look. And I built more value right there, and then I'd ask for the order again. And then if he didn't get it then, I'd back off, okay, and I'd go out to the car, maybe take something, my shampoo out of the car, and I'd get my squeegee. And I'll come back in and say, hey, and you got to hand it to her, assume it. I'd hand her the squeegee. Say, Lola, did you know that you could, Lola, did you know that you could mop your kitchen floor with a rainbow? Well, let me show you how to do that real quick. You just got to assume it and walk into the kitchen. If you don't, they'll say, no, you don't have to do that. Okay, walk in there and pull some dirt off. Put some water, pull it, and show them, come back in and show it to them. Okay? And then tell them if they go ahead and get it, you'll throw the squeegee in at no charge. Maybe show them a 12-month same as cash. I don't know if y'all have that. You don't have to look that. Or, you know, ask for the order again. Maybe tell them you'll pay their down payment if they go ahead and get it. All right? If they're sitting there on the fence and they're struggling to decide, I like a deodorizer close. A deodorizer close is something like this, Greg. They're sitting there about getting the machine, okay? And he's sitting there going, oh, I just don't know, I just don't know. But I know they want it. I might do something like this. Lola, did you really like that deodorizer? Did y'all like that? Man, take a smell of that. Doesn't that smell nice? Well, you like your whole home to smell like that? I really like it. I tell you what, Jamie, you go ahead and get Lola the rainbow tonight. Just so she's got everything she needs to get her home smelling the best it can smell. Lola, I'm just going to go ahead and give that to you. What's your address here, Jamie? And ask for the address. That might just knock it off the fence. It's sitting on the fence, he's going back, I don't know. I tell you what. Okay? As a deal that what might cost you $9, $8, $9. I don't know, whatever it is, you know, so what? Okay? That's a deodorizer close. Alright? That helps him get them off going into making a decision. He's going, I don't know. Okay? Keep it moving forward. Alright, you can also do what I call, real quick, if you want to look, you want to do another one, can't afford it.
So you think,
Sleeping on it overnight.
So say you just want to think about it?
Yeah.
All right. Now Tom Lamb right here pulled out his pajamas and say that's where he can sleep. All right. So you say you just need to think about it. Okay. Again, do you see? I always repeat what they say. I look up and look him in the eyes after he gets addiction. I repeat what he says, real softly. Okay, compassionately. So you feel like you just need to think about it.
Yeah, probably.
The reason I do that, Larry, sometimes they'll give me more information. A good salesman's a good what?
listen,
Good listener. And I get more information I get, the better chance I got to sell it, man. Okay? So you just need to think about it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess if I feel like I need to think about it, I won't get one tonight either. So let me go ahead and get some of my stuff up, okay? All right. So Lola, you really like that rainbow?
I sure do.
You do? I guess you can see why Scott and Lisa got one.
Yeah, she's bragging about hers.
She said she's bragging about hers. Yeah. She's pretty excited. I know. Jamie, let me ask you this. When you say you want to think about it, what is it you want to think about? Something about the price, something about the product, something about me? What would it be?
I just think about if we had that money to invest in it or not, if we could swing it, I guess.
So just see if you could invest
We
that
can
money.
work that in, yeah.
Just see if you could work it in. Okay. All right. So do you feel like you could afford the rainbow, or is it you don't know if you can afford it? If you
Some of
want-
the stuff we need to discuss.
Okay. All right. Okay. So do you really like the rainbow, Jamie?
Yeah,
Okay.
good product.
Yeah, it is a nice product, isn't it? All right. All right. Well, I'll tell you what. Real quick, let me show this to you here. If you were to get a rainbow, Jamie, how would you get it?
Probably do a payment plan.
So you do a payment plan? Okay. Real quick before I put it up, let me show this to you right here. If you were to get yours, you'd get it from me?
Yeah.
Would you? Okay.
Done a good job tonight.
I appreciate it. I tell my wife you said that, Jamie. Okay. This right here is called a Rainbow Mate. It does sell separately. It's like a little miniature power nozzle. You can use that on that nice truck you got out there. You can use this on your furnishings, things like that. Okay. Let me show you how that works real quick. You time it for 5 seconds. You ready? Go. Okay. That's 5 seconds. Okay. Jamie, you know, Lola said she vacuums twice a week, right? So she's obviously a hard worker, ain't she?
Yeah.
She's putting forth
She
the effort. She obviously does a good job working hard and all that. But look here in just about 5 seconds, what come up off y'all's furnishings. That's discouraging, ain't it, Lola? You know, Jamie, you feel like if you went out and mowed the grass and it didn't get any shorter, you'd get discouraged?
Yeah, I hate mowing grass anyway.
I hear you, me too, Jamie. But it wouldn't be that John Deere's fault, would it? But, I'm sorry. But if it was the John Deere's fault, it would be, because I got one too. But if it was, we'd get rid of it, wouldn't we?
Yeah.
Well, you can see that's not Lola's fault, okay? It's just the tool she's using, isn't it, Jamie? Okay, and obviously she's working hard. And it gets discouraging for her because she feels like she's working hard. Now, what am I doing here? I'm saving her. And, okay. All right, so what would it, Jamie, you might want to, a lot of times when we make decisions, it's that we want to know we're making the right decision, right? Whether it takes us a week to make it, whether it takes 30 seconds, whether it takes a year, as long as we're making the right decision. So I'm going to do this. A lot of times when I make decisions, I like to look at the advantages and disadvantages, and I can just leave this here with y'all as you're looking to make your decision over the next few days, okay? But when you think about it, first, let's do advantages first. What were some of the advantages to having a rainbow? Say it gets the dirt out, Lola? Well, let's put that down here. Lola, you feel like you put all this effort into doing housework. You want to feel like you're getting results, don't you? You don't want to feel like you're just blowing dust all over the home and all that. So getting that dirt out is a big one. I guess too, Jamie, by getting the dirt out, all that grit, can you see where that would save you a lot of money on carpet? It would, wouldn't you? So that'd be an advantage right there, wouldn't it, Jamie?
Yeah.
Being able to save money on carpet, because the thing about it is, Lola, we can't just replace one little spot, can we, Jamie? We're going to have to replace the whole room, so we can definitely save money on carpet by getting the grit out. What would be another advantage using the rainbow?
Don't blow the dust.
So don't blow the dust. Yeah, you said that you would like that, so it traps the dust. Of course, Scott said the same thing, Jamie, when I was over at his house when they got their rainbow. He really liked how it trapped the dust. Of course, with your kids, and you mentioned earlier they had allergies. Well, I guess, Jamie, you can see where that would help them a whole lot by breathing cleaner air. Of course, too, I guess would go along with that eucalyptus, use it as a vaporizer. Kind of when they get stuffy to help open them up a little bit. So we could use that as a vaporizer. Of course, what we do too at the house, Lola's, we'll run that maybe 15 minutes before bedtime. It just helps open up everybody so we can sleep better through the night. And of course, too, did you like the fragrances?
Oh, I love
Did you? What was your favorite? Was it the apple? The apple blossom. Jamie, what was your favorite fragrance? Was
the orange.
You like that orange?
Yeah.
I'd have to say probably, before they came out with the orange, I like the apple the best, but I think I like the orange the best now. But there's fragrances that really, we've used that before coming home from church or something, and maybe get home a little ahead of time of company and run that for about 15 minutes, because the house didn't smell just right. And so when they come in, Jamie, the house smells real nice for them and all. Of course, with the smells and all that, do you like the deodorizer?
Yeah.
Did y'all like that? Of course, that deodorizer, not only does it make your home smell good though, Jamie, if the kids are sick or something like that, it's a disinfectant. So Lola, when she's doing housework, she can have that going to help them, get over her sickness and kill germs and stuff like that in the air and whatnot. Did you like anything else about the rainbow? Did you like that shampoo? Did you like it? I know, Jamie, when we got that spot out right there, Lola just looked at it and was just like, man, you were glad that was gone, wasn't you?
That's right. That's what
You've
we
been
did
working
the whole
on a
room.
while. for that.
Yeah, I think she was pretty excited. And of course, with having the shampoo, it's a lot nicer, Jamie, just going to, when Lois ready to shampoo, if she wants you to do it, you go to the closet and get something out, instead of running down here to the store and spending money or have to have it back the next day and wasting your time, So the shampooer definitely would be an advantage to that. What about sucking down those cushions?
Pretty neat.
That was pretty neat, the cushions. That was, I think, when I got my rainbow, it's one of the things I really liked about it, because I know I'd spent thousands of dollars on my furnishings, and I wanted to be able to protect that, Jamie. I knew the rainbow's going to save me a lot of money right there in doing that. Of course, did you like, too, the rainbow mate? You did like that right there? Because, of course, you can do your cars with that, and you can do your bed mattresses, and you can do all that. And, I guess, Jamie, if we think about it, we could just go on and on and on, couldn't we?
Yeah.
But, for the save time, we'll stop right there. But what would be a disadvantage to owning a rainbow?
Owning one?
Yeah.
Other than the price, though, I don't see none.
So just the price?
Yeah.
Okay. Of course, if we take $1,600, okay, of course, your own's going to last you at least 20 years, all right? So that's going to be 5, 6, 7. That's about $70 a year, okay? And of course, there's 12 months in a year, so we're looking at about, what's that right there? About $60 a month, something like. That'd be right? Yeah, something like that, about $60 a month. And of course, if there's 30 days in a month, so we're looking at about 20 cents. 20 cents a day. And if you look at the advantages, what we got before we got getting the dirt out. Of course, that's going to save us money on the carpet. Of course, trapping that dust and helping the kids with their breathing. Of course, vaporizing to open you up, and the fragrances, the deodorizer. Of course, shampooing, like getting those spots out in the cushion, using that Rainbow Mate, the bed mattress and vacuuming that stuff off there and all that, and of course, all those things. I guess when you look at it, Jamie, the question you want to ask yourself, is it worth 20 cents a day to have all these advantages in your home? I guess the main thing is, Lola, if you had it, you'd use it, wouldn't you? And knowing that, which way would work best for you? Would you want to do the 12, 24, or 36?
I'll go with 36.
Great, that's the way a lot of our customers do it. We write it up. That's called a Ben Franklin close. Okay? What do we do? I want you to say I did that. When I went into it, I told him this is something you can put on your refrigerator as you're thinking about it for the next couple of days. Why? That takes all the pressure off it. Okay, cool, I'll do that. That's all right. So as we do it, look at all these advantages, man. And I'm reselling them on every one of them. Good man, by now, I don't know about y'all, but I was sitting there, man, I want to buy this thing. Where you at? I mean, all these advantages for 20 cents a day. I guess the question you're really asking yourself is, all these advantages worth 20 cents a day? And then just pause for a second and say, but I think the main thing is, Jamie, well, if you had it, you'd use it, wouldn't you? If she says yes, then come back. So, Jamie, which way would work best for you? If you had it, you'd use it. Right. Okay, that's called a Ben Franklin close, and the time you will use that is when they say they got to think about it. Find out what it is they want to think about. Okay? Then you can come back and do that right there. Make sense? Wow! All right, so tell me, there's too much to spend on a vacuum. Again, you see how I'm staying in my steps? We got 10 more minutes here?
Sure.
We're all right? Everybody all right? Everybody, okay. All right. So cash check, major credit card, or let's just say we got to the budget plan. Okay. You can do the 12, 24. 12 is $151 a month. 24 is $82, and the 36 that's only $59. I guess the main thing is, Jamie, Lola, if you had that Rainbow, you'd use it, wouldn't you? And knowing she'd use it, Jamie, would you help her get it? Which way would work best? I always say, would you help her get it? Would you help her get it? Makes him look good if he does. Okay? And he knows that. Would you help her, man? Yeah, I'll help him. Okay? Makes him feel good about himself. So you want to do the 12, 24, or 36?
I don't know, that's an awful lot to spend. I know it does a good job and all, but that old dirt bill was ours paid for, and it cost me $100. That's a lot of money to spend on something.
So that's a lot of money to spend on something?
Yeah. Even though it does do a good job.
Does a good job?
Quite a bit of money now.
Quite a bit of money. Well, I guess if I felt like that, I wouldn't get one tonight either. So let me go ahead and get some of my stuff up, okay? Let me dump this water out. I'll be right back.
Probably don't get to a whole lot. Hey man, I'm about to leave now.
I agree. Take it easy, boy.
All right, take care.
White one up, get a recruit.
Yep.
All right, so we come back in, we do our water. We come back in. All right. Well, let me ask you this. So you really like that Rainbow?
Yeah.
You're right. Okay. You really like that Rainbow, Lola?
I love it.
All right, see, I'm in the same steps again, Matt. I'm always in the same steps here. It's just, you can learn it. You can get really good at it. Practice. Lola, okay. You really like that Rainbow? You did? I guess you can see why Scott and Lisa got one, huh? Yeah. All right. Well, Jamie, let me ask you this. If you were to get a Rainbow, how would you get it? Would you put it on a budget plan? Would you write a check for it? How do you handle stuff like that?
We like to pay cash for stuff.
You like to pay cash for stuff? Okay. All right. If you get a Rainbow for Lola, would you get it for me if you ever got one?
Yeah.
You would? Okay, I'll tell my wife you said that, okay? All right. I appreciate it. Well, real quick before I pack up, let me go ahead and show you this right here. Again, what I just do, when, how, who. Okay? All right. I didn't do when because it's a different objection. I did how and who. All right, it's a Rainbow Mate. It does sell separately. So, Peter Marley, you use this on that nice truck you got out there. Use this on your furnishings, things like that. I'm going to do a little spy. Time me for 5 seconds, Jamie. When I say go, you ready? Go. Okay. All right. Let's take a look here. Now, Jamie, I know Lola mentioned to me earlier that she vacuums twice a week. She's obviously a hard worker, wouldn't you agree? You can see here, though, in 5 seconds, what's coming up off that furnishing. That's discouraging, ain't it? Especially when you feel like you invest all that money into your furnishings for you, and then Lola, she's putting all this work into doing housework. But can you see, Jamie, that her tools are just blowing that dust everywhere and leaving the dirt in the house?
Maybe she ain't working as hard as I thought she was.
Well, I don't know. I think she's a pretty hard worker. But let me show you this right here. Let me ask you a question. Jamie, if you didn't get Lola a rainbow, do you feel like if she vacuumed every day with using that bag, she'd be able to get this dirt out of your home?
Well, not after seeing one that blew out.
It'd be impossible, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Lola, do you think you get excited next time you got that dirt devil out?
No.
Knowing what it's doing now? It'd be hard to, wouldn't it? But if you didn't, so, you know, obviously we're in a situation here where you need a new system because what you use is not doing the job. So if you didn't get a rainbow, Jamie, what would you get? And let's just say that I'm the guy down, you know, at the store, and you come to see me because obviously you're in a situation where you need a new cleaning system in your home. Okay? I got a few different systems here I want to show you real quick. All right, I got system A, system B, and system C. Now, some people you could go down to the department store and you pick some up for a couple $100. Okay? A lot of people do this. We looked early in our study. But again, something that costs a couple $100 that uses a bag or doesn't use a bag, they're going to last you 3 to 5 years. All right? So if it did last you 5 years, what are we looking at here, Jamie? Over 20 years, we're looking at spending $1,000 on vacuums down at the department store. Okay? Now again, they use bags or they don't have bags and they use these filters. It's going to average at least, as we mentioned earlier on bags, at least $30 a year. If it's just these filters, it's going to be more like $100 a year. But we'll just do the $30 a year. Okay? Again, over 20 years, that's $600 we're going to spend on the filters that are blowing dust all over the home and leaving dirt on the floor, right? Now, of course, these systems are only working at 20% efficiency because they are blowing the dust for your family to breathe, your kids with their allergies, and it's leaving the dirt on the floor and it's getting discouraging to lower. But that's an option that you would have. Now, if you wanted to step up, you could get a system for maybe around $600. It's built a little more mechanically sound. It probably lasts you about 10 years. So you probably wouldn't have to buy maybe about 2 or 3 of those. We'll just say 2. So you're going to spend $1,200